Let's begin by sitting. We'll come into a comfortable cross-legged position. You're welcome to sit up on something if you have a little cushion or blanket. And just take a few moments to come back to a nice, slow, steady breath, inhaling until you're full, exhaling until you're empty. Can let your eyes open. We'll bring the right arm up and over. Side stretch. Try not to tip off your sit bone. 1 or 2 big circles. Just bringing as much sensation to side body as you can. Come back to your side stretch. Curve to the center and we'll fold over the legs. So that could be onto your hands, elbows, or all the way down. Just folding in the way that works for you, going to your limit, letting go. So dropping your head either into the floor or the pull of gravity. Slow, deep breaths. Walk your hands in, roll your upper body back up, hands to the floor behind you, fingers facing forward, roll your shoulders back, your elbows back, lift the chest. Sternum rising high. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin, sink back through the belly, back through the chest. Roll your way up, recross the leg. So the other leg is in front or on top, and then left arm comes up and over, side stretch, other side. Couple big circles. What's possible? How far back can you reach? Come back to your side stretch. Curve around to center, hang over the legs. That could be into your hands, your elbows, or all the way down. Letting go. Keep letting go. And there's so much unconscious tension we're each holding. This is a place to continually invite release so we can peel off those layers. Walk your hands in, rolling up, hands to the floor behind you, shoulders roll back, elbows roll back. Lift the heart as high as you can. Imagine you're filling up a balloon, send it a bit higher. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Roll your way up, still holding the knees. Pull the chest through, come to an upper back arch. See if you can find the placement of your head so the back of your neck is long rather than cutting off at the head. So instead of the chin lifting, the back of the neck is following the arc of the rest of the spine. And then bring your feet to the floor, hands behind the legs, round back. And put a little pressure up on the backs of the knees as if you're trying to round even more, like you're trying to touch your head to your tailbone. Roll up from the base of the spine to arch back, but also lean back. So now abdominals are working. You get to choose your edge. We'll go back and forth between these two positions. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll up and arch. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Now, exhale back, release the arms, come down a little lower. Inhale, same arch, but arms come by the ears. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. And back. Let's do one more and we'll hold this last one. Come up and you choose. How much do you lift your chest? How much do you lean back? Finding what's possible, what's your edge, just the right amount of effort. And still, can you relax your face? Can your breath be steady? Round back, holding here. You can decide how low you go. Just the right amount. Strong core, soft shoulders, soft jaw. Release. Let's come up and all the way into a high push-up position. Set your hands right under shoulders, step the feet back. Feel the strength of your core supporting you, the underside lifting up, and then shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. Come into your back bend, cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels right for you. And back to down dog when you're ready. And in this first down dog, let's pedal out the feet a little bit so you can bend one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Feel that waking up the calf and the hamstring, and you can shift back and forth on your own time. As you settle onto 2 feet evenly, find how you do this pose best now. And we are all trying to figure that out, limited by what we understand and what we're able to do. But just use what you know, what you can do to come into your full expression. Walk your hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take a sway or shake out. Is there anything else to release? What is there to let go of here? Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up, all the way up to standing. Step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet together or apart, strong core, tall spine, hands together. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. 5 deep breaths, any neutral shape. Down dog is one option. You might come to child's pose or sitting or on your forearms or knees. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips low, head high, shoulders low, fingers high, strong core, relaxed face. All the things at once. Last breath. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then a big step forward. Low lunge, we're going to drop the back knee. Feel free to pat it by rolling up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket or cushion you want to put under there, you could. And you may want to grab blocks for your hands. As you sink your weight forward, look for an opening at the front of the left hip. You can keep your hands on the floor or blocks, or bring them to the front knee or your hips, or arms up. Last breath here. Release. Hands back to the floor or blocks. Take your hips back. Inch the front foot forward, and then flex your toes back. So you end up with hips right above the back knee, hands right under shoulders as high as you need them. And we're going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding, meeting your edge exactly where you meet it. And if you want to go towards splits, you might slide that front heel further forward. If you go to slide it forward and it doesn't go, it means you got there, you've arrived. It looks and feels like this. So you can find your edge where it is. Did slide forward, slide your way back. Let's release by bringing both hands to the inside. You can bring your blocks with you, turn out through the right toes, and then shift your weight forward for lizard pose. This could be coming down onto the elbows on blocks or the floor. If there's a way to make this more effective for you by scooting your hips forward or backwards, or leaning to the left or the right, or turning the right toes out more or less. There's lots of ways we could adjust to find something more interesting or useful for each unique body. You can also add a quad stretch by bending the back leg, reaching for it and drawing it in. That doesn't work for everybody, may or may not work for you. It's okay either way. Let's release. Make your way to down dogs. You might come through a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog. You can move in any way you like. Let your transition be a time to integrate what you've done. Feel how it is now. Take good care of yourself, and that can look a lot of different ways. from down dog when you're ready. Left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Send your legs straight up. Step it forward, low lunge. If your foot doesn't make it far enough forward, you could pick it up and bring it there. Find the distance that feels right. Pad the back knee if you like. Grab blocks if you like. Shift your weight forward, looking for an opening at the front of the right hip. And you can stay with hands on the floor or blocks. You can bring hands to your knee or hips, or you could bring the arms all the way up. Something similar to what you did on the first side. Release. Hands to the floor or to the blocks. Take the hips back. Inch the front foot forward. Flex the toes back. Going in the directions you know to go in. Very carefully meeting your edge, going right up to it, not beyond it, and then feeling how it is to be here. And at any moment you could go deeper. You could back out a little bit, so you stay at your edge. Did slide forward, slide back, bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, coming down to lizard pose, and explore. Every movement, any shift is going to have an effect. So can you experiment until you find what's just right for me right now? And we can get quite specific and subtle with that exploration. You don't even have to know what you're doing, have words for it. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog, maybe through a vinyasa. Maybe just stepping back. Five deep breaths, any neutral shape. Let's come all the way through to sitting. Extend your legs forward. Take the flesh of your sit bones back. Inch the heels forward. Sit as tall as you can and then fold forward as much as you're able. Depending on your flexibility, your body, you might reach for your feet. If the feet are out of reach, you could use something like a strap around it or have hands on the floor to support you. So use your hands to support you in the way that it makes sense for you. It's not better or worse to be in any specific shape. It's each of us exploring our own limits and then finding where that is right now. Is there anything to let go of? Is it possible to go a little deeper? Do you need to back out slightly? Let's release. Come up. Come onto your back. Bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. Drop your feet to the floor and we'll get set up for bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Make sure your feet are right under your knees, and then press your feet down to lift the hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. Take your arms out of your way, roll down, and rest with back flat. Let's take happy baby. Grab the soles of the feet on the inside, press your knees towards the floor. You can do this in stillness or with a little rocking. Keep the legs bent or straighten them part way or all the way. Each pose is an opportunity to explore. Let's release and grab hold of the right knee. Drop the left leg long along the floor, and then guide your right knee across your body for a spinal twist. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, little circle or rock. Grab hold of your left leg, drop the right leg long. Take it across, spinal twist other side, open out through your left arm. Last couple seconds here, and then release, come back onto your back, bring both knees in, little circle or rock. Just check in with your body. Is there anything else that's needed before you come into your final resting pose? Is there any part of your body that needs an attention or any last stretch? When you're ready, you can settle into stillness, and we'll just be here for a few moments, but letting go fully, letting go of the control of your breath, letting go of all the doing. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, move your wrists and ankles, and take a big stretch out. Bring your knees back in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You can let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks for joining me today.